Okay. All right. All right. I'm back. Okay. I'm just shuffle it up. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen this deck in some time. Feels good. All right. Let's see what's gonna come out first. Well, I'll just shuffle these up while everybody gets in, loads in, if they load back in. Ooh-wee. Or maybe not. Okay, I guess it's just me in here. You don't have to come. It's okay, girl. Cause I'ma be alright tonight. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. We back. It's your boy Supernatural Element, aka Hardeen the Magician. What's up, collective? Good morning. Well, good afternoon. 6 minutes into the afternoon. It's high noon in Tarot Town. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing great. Ooh, look at that. 10 of Pentacles. Could be good. Things are starting off good. Yeah, me too. Hopefully it is something good. I've been keeping to myself these last few. But yeah, it's getting rough out there. Conserve resources. All right, we're gonna start it up. I'm gonna start with this Oracle deck. Again, I wanted to do numerological correspondence astrology. Hey, what's up, Earth Angel? But yeah, I don't know. My things are all over the place. But let's just see what comes out. So yeah, good morning to everybody. I hope everybody had a good Friday night. It's the weekend. Let's take some time to relax, recalibrate. Hey, Earth Angel. Okay, hopefully. Yeah. Okay, all right. There's just 8 of us in here. Let's get it started up. Let's see what comes out. Aisha, hey. Should we just take a minute and just all right, so if it's been rough, oh, what did I just say, right? Conserve resources. If it's been rough, maybe it's a time to sort of, again, like A said in Paid in Full, maybe it's a time to stay out the light. Maybe handle the business that needs handling, tend to the business that, minding the business that minds you, sort of thing. You could be like, because you could be learning a lot right now about yourself, people around you, the environment, and like keeping a lot of things to yourself, sort of in like an observance state. Like again, you're behind the window, you're observing the things going on around you in the environment. And yeah, things can be a little maybe tumultuous, even in some extreme cases, frightening. Maybe you're seeing some like behaviors or patterns that really don't gel with your let's say inner compass, with the inner you, and you could be having a lot of new epiphanies, ideas, and like this sort of thing. So maybe you're setting maybe even subconsciously you're setting boundaries already. Maybe you're getting into not avoidance, but again, being more being more cautious with your energy and like where you put it, who you give it to. This could very well be but I mean, for us on the Upper East Coast, there's a lot of hermiting going on just because of the weather. A lot of people are getting into this type of mode. But again, if you're saying that somebody was saying just now that again, it's things are a little rough. You're hoping I have something good for you. If this is you and you're sort of keeping to yourself, it's not necessarily a bad thing. You're like the acknowledgement of these rougher times are going to cause you to set a lot more boundaries and protect yourself more, and delve deeper into your inner self and more of the ideas that you want to bring out to the world, that sort of thing. So maybe there's a silver lining here. We're going to keep going, but it could be a silver lining here in the sense that maybe it seems like it's dark outside because right now maybe you're meant to be inside and like plan, plot, strategize. Bless love to you too. Plan, plot, and strategize on how to best navigate this situation right now. Let's see what else we're getting. Oh, now make no mistake, and I love this one. Regardless of your three-dimensional circumstances, again, doesn't matter. You're still in a position of authority and power when it comes to, again, stepping up and being the leader of your own life. You still have that power. and it's being reflected definitely outwardly. It's definitely the public perception. The general consensus of the environment is that, again, you are the king, queen, emperor, empress of your life. You're no longer in knight status, page. Again, you've overcome all of that now. And again, see, this is what I'm saying with the window and the archer. Again, these cards were also made to have certain correspondences. I didn't plan it like that. It just ended up coming out like that. But exactly, it's like you're behind your boundaries and you're sort of picking your battles. Now, your attack strategy at this point, if you have one, if you don't, feel free to implement one, because you're going to be very accurate. You're going to be, again, you're going to find yourself taking down obstacles, scenarios, I don't want to say people, but it's like if somebody is in your energy trying to be trying to create conflict or be belligerent or some kind of way, again, you're going to be able to say precisely what you need to say to give them the exact piece of your mind that you should be giving them. Again, it's going to have the most impact, but it doesn't have to just be around that. It could also be, again, around these new ideas that you have inside that you want to bring out. I spoke about this a few readings ago. Again, feel free to test something, try to bring something small into manifestation. Let's say from like between Monday and Friday, be like, by Friday, I'm going to do this. And like try to get it done, a small thing, and see, again, test your skills of manifestation, because right now you're firing off your bolts, again, communication, your thoughts, your ideas with extreme accuracy, just in case you didn't know, just in case you didn't notice. Maybe, again, the hermit mode and concentrating on the different things around you that require your attention and your responsibility, that could have you a little distracted, and you might not notice until you get to the end of that journey that, again, you've been accurate in dealing with these things all along, right? So instead of waiting to, I guess part of this reading is, instead of waiting for that moment, is, again, test this theory. Instead of playing defensively or like waiting around for things to come at you before you deal with them, try taking a more proactive approach. And again, it doesn't have to necessarily be about your problems and these different type of things that you're facing right now. It could be, again, maybe your obstacle is you're trying to bring something into fruition and you're just having a difficult time or a harder time than you anticipated doing it. It's saying to, again, continue to shoot your shots. You're definitely being accurate. Success is in your pathway. And again, anything that you need to communicate to people, be direct. You don't have to joke around or mince words right now. I see that you're being, again, putting your attention towards the things that require you to be responsible about them, and like approaching situations from your perspective. You might be like, damn, I don't really want to do this. I'm a little bit nervous. But from the outward perspective, you're being very brave. It's the fact that like Black Hawk Down, it's not about, everyone is afraid. It's not about if you're afraid or not. It's about what you do in this moment that's going to define later on. This is what they're going to write about you in the history. It's going to define what you were really about. So scared or not scared, I see you're doing it anyway. Again, you do it tired, you do it hungry, you do it afraid, just do it. And I feel like you're already sort of in that energy right now. I'm going to give you one more and then we'll throw some tarot on this and see where it's really going. So yeah, I feel like you have, like, you know where you want to go, you know what you want to do. This seems more like a fit, like, again, backing out of the, like taking a step back to analyze like what's really going on. I feel like you intuitively, you're getting some hits. And you sort of know where things are going or what this is all about. But again, there's still the three-dimensional aspect to it where, again, what you feel may not be matching up. So what you feel may not be matching up with what you're seeing. But regardless, again, that's putting you in that like sort of protective mode, kind of waiting to see what happens. Strike, take the right course of action, plan it out, think it out a little bit. Yeah, this hermiting could be you dress like me. Plaid patterns. This is actually one of my favorite sweaters. This is a Ralph Lauren sweater that I had it for a little while. I actually had this sweater for a year and didn't wear it because I thought it was so nice. I felt it didn't have anywhere to go. And then I finally just started wearing it, and now it's like my house clothes. I don't know. It's a polo shirt that never got the light of day. They never got to see a birthday party or a... Oh, yes, Anissa, yes, not overthinking. Exactly. But still being attentive, not being oblivious or aloof to the actual circumstances going on around you, yes, but not overthinking. Again, switching from maybe being too defensive to taking a little bit of offense. But again, planned attacks, guerrilla warfare. We don't want to just rush out there and, get sniped. You want to plan that tactic. You want to, take down the communications building, then the barracks, then there's a certain way we're going to do this obstacle course, right? to get it right, to fully conquer it. But yes, don't overthink it. No, it's just blue, pink, black, and I think yellow and white. And there's some like greens, some like pastel greens. Observing, not absorbing. Excellent state of mind. Again, continue to stand behind the window and just observe. Don't like don't take it personal, exactly. But just observe what's going on. Just observe what's going on around you. So on your intuition, so this is like separating yourself from the crowd. No matter how, again, there may be some people like you and them get along. Don't get me wrong, but right now that might not be serving you. It might be best of you. Like again, the celebration or whatever this is, it's happening, and you're definitely invited. Sort of back to, and you're focusing on your wish fulfillment anyway. So, but this could also be again, uh, proof of manifestation. Seeing, being aware of the things that are in your pathway and how to get towards them, obstacle or not. Right. This is an inner know. This is an inner knowing that you're on the right path, and maybe in that little way, there's still like a modicum, a twinge of happiness, right? Like times could get hard, but again, it's just hard times. It doesn't, you notice that it doesn't overall define your story or your journey. There could be a lot of that right now, and like holding on to that thin thread of happiness, like it's sort of like a well, at least I'm not confused about what I'm doing, or at least I'm not confused about who I am, or at least I'm not confused about where I'm going. It's like everything else can be out of whack, and that's fine because again, you're taking the steps to mitigate, to correct all of that. But you yourself, you seem to be okay. Even again, three-dimensional circumstances could be what's up, sunshine. It could be anything, but from your perspective, like you're okay spiritually, you're okay creatively, you can carry on. And I feel like if that's not worth celebrating, then again, some of you are just you know that this is temporary. It's just like a how much longer type of thing. You're still willing to do the work, but maybe the resolution hasn't showed up yet, or let's say you're manifesting something hasn't completely come into fruition, but it's like it's not discouraging you in the slightest. Yeah, I feel like that cycle closing and making major decisions towards what you want. I feel like it's just a waiting game or all a matter of time now. It's just a matter of time now. Yeah, I feel like it's all coming together, and I feel like maybe that's the obstacle. It's like how much longer, how much fighting, how but like the thing is there or the pathway is there, but again, it's to walk it. Like talking it and walking it are two totally different things, right? But remember, um, just in the fear, let go of all the fear because you're exactly where you like where you pray to be is exactly where you are. So there's no sense in getting like too ate up about it or like beat up about it. Um, you can just keep going, and you already made that decision. There is no turning back. There's nothing back there. The bridge is you burnt that bridge and used the wood to light your way. Like there's no, it doesn't matter, and you know that it doesn't matter. Again, your emotions are sound, and this is like left to your own devices. Your emotions are sound, and again, you're making proper and firm decisions. You're not being overwhelmed by like the choices or the things in the environment, the people, like whatever it is. The distractions are at a minimal. Even if the distractions are turning their power up to the maximum, again, it's affecting you in the minimum. Or another way to look at it is, again, the divine's never going to give you more than you can handle. Oh, very nice on the bottom. This is everything I'm talking about right now. Like I said, you're in that mode. It's like fight time. It's not gonna. It not that it's well. Yeah, we already said that. This game is not. It's not gonna be easy, but it's fight time. You've got everything. Again, you're Iron Mike Tyson in his prime, right? Male or female, no genders here, but you've got everything. You've got what it takes to win this. Okay, I'm gonna keep that emperor on the side. Oh, and I'm gonna keep going with this thing deck. It's okay. Ooh. This is more again decision making, standing in your power and making sound decisions about again the people, places, scenarios around you, where to put your energy, who to invest in. Mostly yourself, but I feel like your fire is growing, your intuition is growing. People are starting to recognize you for exactly who you are, like hands down. There's no discussion, no debate. There's nothing anybody can say about that. I feel like it's mostly just you that could feel like again, there's more to be done or things should happen faster. But the outward perception of you is like superhero-ish, superheroic-ish. Again,
Superman, Supergirl, Wonder Woman, Batman. Insert your favorite character, and like that's how you're being seen. It's like again these people or these scenarios that again you're shutting down are the super villains. Like people are watching you like go to town. You know what I mean? It's like Batman Arkham. You're going in there and you're like again you're smashing the criminals to literal pieces. Like these obstacles are like going. This is the outward perception of who you are. If you're feeling a little low or depowered or low power, again it's just it may be just you. It just may be a meditation thing, or maybe you just need to get some rest. It is Saturday. Maybe some time spent with self care, self love, that sort of thing could do you well. But it looks like you're hiding out, planning, taking action, watching who, what, where, and why should even be able to come into your auric field. It's like you're getting a lot done. You're focusing your mind, your emotions, your actions are sound. This is something nobody can deny. The things you do to accomplish the things that you need to accomplish are sound. Your plans, like people, I wouldn't be surprised if they take notes. Again, if they copy, again, they don't paint pictures. They just trace you. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel like they just trace you because again, with this Queen of Wands, Two of Swords, it's like you're already in that energy of like manifest, like a very like your manifestation powers are at an all time high. That's what I was saying with this. Like maybe you want to, if you haven't already, maybe you want to test that. Like fire off on something. Try to bring something into fruition that you don't have on Monday in your physical reality, and see if you can make it a real thing by Friday. Start with something small, just to test if this power is on point, like I'm saying. Right? Free will and discernment, and plug this into your life only in the way that it fits. Don't try to force anything. But I feel like that's a thing that you can do. And I said that before, but it keeps coming out more and more and more prevalent, more and more and more powerful as we described it first, and then it comes out as a Queen of Wands, Two of Swords. It's like, yeah. And maybe like that's what I'm saying, behind the window. So maybe like outside the group or outside the collaborations. This is something you want to do in secret just to prove to yourself that you can do it at this time. And then with that knowledge, you'll be able to again apply that formula again on the micro or on the macro. But if you no matter how you implement it, once you have the success, again, boiling back to down to the raw elements, you'll be able to apply that formula to almost anything, any aspect of your life, any manifestation, any relationship, whatever you're trying to do. Yeah, I feel like you're the Queen of Wands behind the window. You're observing who, what, where, why, and when should even be able to come into your aura field. Firm decisions, wish fulfillment, a reason to celebrate, but not necessarily like going out and celebrate. It's not a big thing. So these are personal victories. Once you get over whatever's trying to hold you back or bust through this wall or this tension right here, again, that would be a true reason to celebrate. Right now, you're celebrating the fact that, well, no matter what, you're not losing yourself. Again, you're still wearing your crown. You're still the Lord, the leader, Lordess. I think we made that word up, and we're going to stay with it. Um, yeah, like I said, you're still the Lord, Lordess of again your material plane, your material power. Like that's how everybody is still seeing you, and I feel like it's the true perception. It's not like this is not made up. Again, for you, you're in it. You're fighting the battles. You're not like stopping to look and see what trophies or medals or what pedestal you're standing on. So you might not see that. Or again, it might just seem right now like it's a rougher time. But for everyone else, they're watching you stand out in the field by yourself, soloing dragons, and yeah, like look at that. That's what I'm trying to say. You and it could be you and another person, or this is somebody that's rooting for you. If it's not that, again, your journey is slow and steady wins the race. It's meant to be like that. This is not a rush. Slow and steady wins the race, and you could again this pacing could also be a thing for you. Like again, the when or like how much longer or how many more tests must I take before right? You could be a little bit antsy about that. And don't be because a it's gonna limit your attention to detail. You don't need that. And again, you're already moving super intuitively. Again, trust your instincts. You're well on point with what you're thinking. But it seems like your three dimensional reality is not matching up with your again with your inner reality, and like that's becoming a problem. But everything here is saying that it's part of your journey. You're headed right. You're still headed exactly where you want to be. Energetically, spiritually, nothing has really changed about you. I feel like it's just the outside world that seems a little bit again at this time. At this time, let's say difficult to navigate. You've got a lot going on in terms of again responsibility. Like you're being a grown adult. Hmm. Now there is something that you can do. Let me see what this is. What? So, like I said, like keep shooting your shots, keep aiming at the target, keep firing your bolts, your ideas, your communication. Again, you're very disciplined right now, focused on what you want to do. You're gonna have a lot of success in that. Again, here comes the Emperor again coming out. This time again with the Tower in reverse. So it's like, you know, if you think you should be, or if it feels like a tower is coming on, I feel like your Emperor energy is getting ready to serve that with a right hook to really shake things up. That's what I'm saying. Maybe, yeah, aim at something, pick something specific in your conscious mind and try to shoot for it. And it be like in a week or 2 weeks, I'll be able to do this, or I'll have this, or I'll get this done, and like really focus on it and see. And if you can do that, again, the steps that you're going to see yourself taking to accomplish that, again, you'll be able to boil that down to its raw elements and apply that formula to any other aspect of anything that you're doing. But again, you're already in this Emperor energy. It's funny that that came out at the same time. It's like right on the tower in the reverse. It's like if you're experiencing some type of prolonged, like when will the shoe, when will the other shoe drop type of energy. The Emperor here is saying that the other shoe doesn't have to drop, or if it does, you can catch it, or whatever it is. Again, you're in full control here, right? And not in like a tyrannical sort of way. You're sort of actually in control. You're the best person for this job. You know exactly what you're doing, right? This is your life. So you're, like I said, you're the boss, the leader, the big boss and leader. Again, material boss and leader of yourself. You're moving slowly, but again, slow and steady wins the race. This divine is saying that this is the best pace for you. Rushing around is not gonna may not cut it right now, especially with some of the things that you feel like you're experiencing. The energies between you and different people and you in different scenarios and situations. It's best to move slowly and cautiously through whatever that is, so that like you don't miss anything. Maybe you don't trust someone, and it's like if you rush past, you might like maybe you do trust someone, and if you rush past, you might come to find out later that that person didn't have your best interest. Like you're putting your third eye on everything. You're again moving cautiously through this environment. I wouldn't say it's dangerous, but it's wrought with traps and stagnation and like things to hold you up, which shows a lot of again you can't be stopped at this time, right? Energetically, there's nothing that can stop you. If all these things are only presenting themselves as delays, distractions, you know, that sticky, not bubble gum, but that like tar like energy, like that mud. You put your boot in that mud, and then when you raise your foot comes out of the shoe because it's like it's holding the boot. It's so thick, like, but none of that can stop you, right? Either you go on barefoot or in socks in the mud, or you pull your boot out. It may be a bit messy, dirty, uncomfortable, but it can't stop you. It's only a distraction, a delay. Again, something that's meant to stagnate you for a period of time, I guess, while again the lower vibrational energies try to figure out what to do to try to stand in your way. But there is no ultimately stopping you. Knight of Pentacles, you're going to complete this journey, and in a very, very, very powerful way. And I mean, coming off the whole way there, you're going to come off as again very, very, very powerful, very powerful. Like you were out there soloing dragons on your own. Again, that's going to be the public perception of whatever all this is. Yeah, no, 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 don't play the victim. Remember, power for me, not to me. Nothing ever happens to me. Everything happens for me. For me. Well, this is pretty straightforward. Let's get. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. They're not coming out today. So far, everything is so good. You know what? I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get one more and one more, and then I'm gonna switch on the pulp there. But yeah, I see that nine of swords. Somebody is grieving. Someone was up all night last night in grief. Again, as you said, victimhood. Is it? The sound is off. Can you guys really not hear me? I've been talking this whole time, or is it just you, Sunshine? Um, is it? Well, yeah, but is it? What up, London, UK? Oh, a low sound. I don't know. Since that person called me, I don't know what that was. I don't know, victim. It's just low, but I hear. Yeah, I don't know. I started the live before someone called me, and I cut that one and started this one over. I thought everything was fine. I don't know. Should we keep going? I could start over, but I feel like I feel like we're here with something. I do apologize. Definitely didn't. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry, sorry. Yeah, no, I do, and it was fine before. It was just a phone call that when it vibrated. I know that always affects the line. Let's keep going. You guys sure? You guys okay? I'm working off of an iPhone 14. I don't know if that's cheap, but sure. Too cheap to buy a mic. Sure. Okay. Um, yes, continue. All right. All right. All right. I'm just gonna keep going. Sorry about that. The next one will definitely. Well, we've had many of us spectacular lives. There's no reason why just because of sound, this one shouldn't be spectacular too. And again, see the delays and stagnation. Again, it's in the energy. It's even in the reads, even happening right now. But again, okay, so we're gonna keep going. Right? Nothing can stop us. All right, just some low sound. It's fine. Oh boy, hey, see, this is what I'm trying to say, man. That Nine of Swords. Now here comes toxic, dangerous. I don't know if this. We're gonna see what this has to do with you. Yeah. Okay. No, it's somebody else. Somebody else here. I don't know why they. Why? What's okay? We're gonna find out. What's with the hate? So somebody here. It's looking like a group of people. Toxic, holding the black roses. Again, malice, hatred. They want to go against you, and they live a toxic life, live in a toxic environment, do toxic things. These are toxic people. It's definitely more than one person. Everything was going so well. I just peeped. I just saw that Nine of Swords. I knew. I was like, hmm. So you got these people living in proverbial, okay, what I like to call a power plant, because again, they just this is a dangerous environment because again, it's filled with snakes, backstabbers, again, people who want to take each other down for again, they preach negativity by way of positive action. It's someone that will do something good for you to try to lure you in so that they can do something bad later, right? These are also very callous people, very cold-hearted, cold-blooded, reptilian type, and they're very baneful. They're very baneful, and this is a work dynamic. Your workplace, again, this could be a family life. This could be a gym you go to. This could be a rude cashiers at the grocery store. I don't think it's the rude cashiers at the grocery store, but like that sort of thing. Somewhere these people they gather. There's somewhere that they gather frequently. Again, they just spread hatred, malice, fake love, gossip, and some of them probably sleep with each other and cheat on their wives or husbands or boyfriends or girlfriends together. And it's like these types of individuals. Oh boy, light circle imperative. Yes, also impenetrable. Ugly world because people ain't control their ugly thoughts and actions. Guaranteed, 100%. Yes. The only way for evil to exist is for the rest of us to do nothing. Right? These people have free reign. All right, let's see what these people are getting into. Wow. So Nine of Pentacles, they always like like your story was again. This is why it's so easy to read your energy. Again, we read your energy every day, beloved. You are the brightest light in the room. Go collective, go! Like the speed racer of this, man. I'm trying to tell you, in the Mach 5, blowing by these fools. Like look at all these things you have going on. You're facing obstacles too. You're trying to find. You're going hermit mode, using your brain to get around all of this. These people are again, they're broke, lying about it, losing money, losing finances, losing influence. Yeah, they're never gonna be. These are selfish people. They're never gonna be. This is pre emperor status, but you will never be beyond distorted pre emperor status. You're not even gonna be a queen of pentacles one day. Again, the physical manifestation of what that would look like on earth, even if you weren't divinely ordained. This is a queen of pentacles is someone that's going to take control of their life and the situation and still make something out of it, even without any extra sensory perceptions. Yeah, and even if a Queen of Pentacles didn't have a super powerful intuition, which she does in the material, this is just someone who can deal with responsibility and put their life together. This is someone that will never, these people will never reach that level, or the energy they're operating in right now is permanently keeping them barred out of whatever that is. So here they go again, lying to each other. Probably if you know them, lying to you. I feel like they're watching you too because you're in the King of Pentacles. You're the King of Pentacles riding out as the Knight of Pentacles. It's a lot of material power. Again, like I said, proof of manifestation. You could already know that this is the way, Mandalorian style. You're already going towards your destiny and the great things that are meant to come towards you. It's not going to be easy, but again, with fear, like we said, it's about what you do in this moment, and you're already making a choice to again do something in this moment. You're not standing still. You're not frozen, which is a good thing. It may be hard, but at least you're trying to progress. You're trying to progress. I mean, soloing the dragon, you may take some hits. You may get burned once or twice, but you're gonna solo that beast and put it down. You see what I'm saying? So continue on your journey. But these people, they're having a lot of financial troubles. There's lies here and like lies around like what's going on, like definitely manipulation, and probably like money borrowing within the group and stealing and like this sort of thing, embezzlement. These are people who really can't get it together. And that Nine of Pentacles is saying that there's that one person that's like in the thick of it. They were the Nine of Swords over the last, I feel like whatever this is. whatever that is, you're burning it down. How? Okay, let me see. What is that King of Wands there? There's something about you being in the environment that like points out these people's failures or losses or inadequacies, or again, they're the lesser for sure. Everybody can see that, and like all the toxic things I said about them on full display. Everybody knows, right? They tried to cover it up time and time and time and time and time again, but then this one time, it again blew the roof off of everything. And it's like you again. It's like you did something to burn all that down. You took some type of swift action on that. You saw where the future was going with all of this. Again, you were able to sort of read all these people at once and say, you know what, this is the best decision for all of this. I don't know if this is you walking away that burnt this thing down, or if you directly took action on it, called everybody out, and just blew the whole thing up in their faces. Either way, there's a contrast being drawn between them being a way lesser for the things that they do or the things that they've done, and how you're elevating and being able to see the pathway forward. Again, soloing dragons. They see you out there as a great warrior, all on your own. You're surrounded by a great number of magical and dangerous beasts, and again, you've got your longsword and your shield and your armor, and you're gonna put on an iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. You know what I mean? You out there in your iron shirt, like make, making waves, doing wonders. And I feel like the more and more you do that, the more and more it reveals these people as toxic cowards who just hate everything. And again, the giant beings of mine you were talking about have been protecting me very well. Yeah, me too. They got me hidden and cloaked, and they're telling me so many things about people that I can't even. Again, I'm hearing whispers. They're telling me so many secrets that I don't have any way to verify, but then it's like it seems mathematically sound, right? The things that they're telling me, the way that they're telling me. But yeah, I'm being very much protected and redirected away from a lot of things and a lot of people right now. I can't even say anything about it. I just have to follow divine orders. I don't think. Okay, there it is. So secretly, obviously, they want to be back in your energy, good graces, wherever you are. They want to come in. They want you to accept apologies or reach out, or if they reach out, they want you to be receptive. They could be secretly planning to reach out. No telling if they'll actually do it. It seems like it may be Five of Pentacles, definitely a physical thing, something in the real reality, in the main the three-dimensional physical space, the world, could take place like that. They could reach out to you. Could be like after a long, long day or a long journey. Seems like a long journey of like not having any success, and someone tries to contact you. And that could look like anything. It could be just a rough work week that I'm seeing, right? But could be like getting beat up a lot. Like 7 days go by and someone only has one good day, and then it's like they want to call you and talk about the other 5 days. But I'm not seeing any. Yeah, these are liars. So I'm not seeing. There's gotta be some ulterior motives here, or like a reason to. Let me get one more. One more. Yeah, because again, it's the way they feel. It's whatever they're going through. They need. This is more like absolve me. People really see you as like I don't know, like the authority figures. Like they need your advice or a way. They need you to show them the way out of whatever that is, right? Six out of 7 days going bad for 9 months straight. Yeah, they need you. They need a way to call judgment on that. They need to come to see you, but I feel like they feel like you already judge them. Like, will this person help me? Again, that's part of the moon energy too, right? It's hidden from them. They might just have to take a chance on and see like what you would do. Again, falling down on your intuition again, it's sort of like I said, a reason to celebrate could be coming. A reason to celebrate, if not celebrating your own independence at this time, knowing that hey, I'm on the right path regardless. Just gotta keep making these solid decisions, responsible decisions. It may not be easy, but I can do this. And if I can do this, I can do anything. If I can do anything, I can accomplish my goals, my manifestations, and I will have wish fulfillment. It's like that's the thing to be celebrated, regardless of what's going on around in the environment. Me, I'm solid. I found myself. I have my power. I care about myself. I love myself. And with that type of attitude, it's like again, emperor status. No genders here, but emperor. I feel like more again because this whole thing says Queen of Wands, like taking action. And Queen of Wands is again a queen, very receptive, but she can be very active in the environment too. Again, you're not telling a Queen of Wands to just sit down and be a receptive queen if that's not what she wants to do, male or female. Again, it's just the archetype. If you're a man, it's the same thing. They can't just tell you to sit still while everything fixes itself. You may take an active, proactive part in again whatever the journey is, whatever the solution is, the resolution. You may want to be directly involved, hands on, is what I'm saying. You want to call it judgment. I don't know if them coming towards you again, lovers in the reverse in the background. This could be the energy someone is expecting, or the overall energy that could manifest if they come to you again and don't come correct. I feel like they won't come correct because they're gonna have to hide some things. They're gonna have to lie to you about some things or play it off like you and them never had any beef, or it's like you're not over that yet, or type of attitude. But really, they need you. Like, why would you why would you care to even entertain them, right? You don't need anything from them. From what I'm seeing, you're already in your own bubble. You don't really need anything from. You're already assessing who you need anything from, right? People that don't serve you can't come in. We've been over this, and now with this window energy, it feels exactly like you shut all the doors and the windows, like we said. Energetically, there's just no pathway to you unless, again, it's divinely approved, or you being the Lord of authority in your own life, you're the only one that can defy that divine order and let any type of energy enter your auric field. But here it says you're not doing that. You're completely focused on your manifestations and again your responsibilities, the things that you need to do to bring the things into fruition that you need to facilitate your own life. So you're on that path. I mean, people could come towards you with all kinds of crazy nonsense, but what it can say, out of my mind, no. Out of my mind, no. You don't know what's in my mind. Again, they don't know what they're dealing with. Uh, oh, thank you. Can be interpreted in any other form, anything, and the viewer chooses to understand it. True. I call it divine. Sometimes I don't even say God. Again, I'm referring to the entire pantheon of the Elohim. But that's to be taken with a grain of salt because further and further and further back you go. I remember those Bibles where it said, "We are the Anunnaki, those who were from heaven to earth came." Blah 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 blah. We are also the Elohim, and then there's a whole thing that goes. There's a whole sort of. It's not necessarily a thing of good or evil, but there's a whole negative connotation towards that in human creation with those beings. So you can take it with a grain of salt. Some people will say again that you're associating yourself with the darker ones, and no, I'm just associating myself with the energy. If that story is true, even those supreme beings, all they did was use the energy for negative and nefarious purposes. Same divine energy, even for them, just manifested and wielded in a different way. It doesn't matter how high up the ladder they want to go with their divinity, which makes them which puts them in the category of having possibly less divinity than human beings, because again, everything we if that's true, then everything we know we got from them. So if you're gonna say, oh, humans are this way, that way, well, they were created beings and taught everything they know by another race of beings that completely abandoned them and sort of yeah. So like I said, same divine energy, and I call it the divine because it just means like the pantheon of again higher beings or that sort of thing. And again, not all of them are in this nefarious energy. Again, or is such written in the scrolls or whatever. You can look all this up for yourself, but I'm just saying yeah, very true. That's what I'm saying. So people, you can say anything. You can say God. You can say again. You can put the power on yourself if you're not sure what to believe in. And we had that discussion before too. A lot of people they don't want to turn to any religion because they all have these stains on them because they've existed for so long. And when you add historical context, you can find evil and terrible things that they've all done in the name of their quote unquote gods or whatever it is. And now they're in the modern era trying to pass off everything as like super righteous and do this and or you're going to go to hell or blah 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 whatever it is. But again, it's like if you join the Crips right now, they're an organization that historically are known for doing bad things. So like, don't get up there now and be like, well, I'm not like that. Yeah, but you're aligning yourself with a certain type of energy that has a certain type of reputation. And again, we can go on and on and on and on into that. So whatever you have to do, some people are out there alone, they're lost, they know they're supposed to have a divine connection and they're looking for it. If you can't find it through some type of religion or a religious leader, again, you can take that power for yourself. Just tell yourself that you believe in God and just pray to Him. He will be right there with you. Or God, the divine. Again, put it how you want. If you want to go to India and learn their religion, again, you're just aligning yourself with the divine energy in a different way. Discernment, exactly. Do what works for you, right? But just make sure you find your divinity and in a truly righteous way. Someone said that before. Okay, sorry, not to just. I know I'm ranting, but just one last thing. Someone said in the stream, Hardy, why don't you start a religion? And I was like, I don't want to start a religion because of all the reasons I just named, right? But if I could, I would start a religion of decency, like we spoke about. So, and I'm gonna do that. Well, I'm not gonna start a religion, but when people ask me from now on what my religion is, I'm gonna tell them my religion is decency. Now, I know the first thing is gonna be like, oh, so you don't believe in God, which is gonna point out to me right away that they're mindless idiots because there is no decency without God, right? You would go hand in hand. There have to be some kind of higher divine power that again is telling you to do right over wrong. Look at the other human beings as you see yourself. You know that fire burns, so don't burn anybody. And let's do that for one generation. So my religion is going to be decency, and we'll see how far that takes me. And again, if it doesn't end up working, I will just abandon it because I'm not really a part of any religion. But if I had one, my religion would be decency, right? That's the gospel in its entirety. Just be decent. You don't need any extra, no extra characters and no extra lessons to learn and secret codes and this could mean that and interpretations. No, just be decent for one generation. 75 years of decency across the whole planet for every human being. That would be the religion if I could form one. Um, I pray it does, and I feel like it will. Exactly. You don't want to be reincarnated here again to learn this all over again, start from a baby and be in an abusive family and then get teased in high school and have issues and have to work. You don't want to keep doing that. Yes, cycles do. I mean, everything in life cycles repeat. So it just feel like, you know, if reincarnation is not real, then okay, we found the one thing in the universe that's actually impossible because nothing in this universe, when you break it down to the quantum level, is impossible. It can all be done. So again, you don't want to keep coming back here. You don't believe it's a thing. Again, read up. So yeah. So as far as you're concerned, there you go. Keep putting in that work. Just like we said, W's on W's on W's headed your way. You could have proof of this in your pathway. You're just not there yet. You can see the finish line. You just haven't crossed it. Go collective, go. Keep speeding. Shift gears. The Mach 5 had all kinds of crazy gadgets on it and things that it could do. Go ahead, pop off one of your gadgets. Do that leap thing where your speed race used to jump over the cars and what I mean. Do what you got to do. You're definitely in. That's okay. You're definitely in control. Jesus believing. Yeah, and notice how again you said your cast are on. Notice how the Jesus part came out. No, no, it was meant to be on. You were meant to shout that out to the chat. Exactly. There are so many things. Jesus was flipping tables and carrying whips and like, yo, he was no joke. Don't get me wrong, he was as righteous as they say he was, but the three-dimensional circumstances could have looked any way. So don't get it twisted, right? Jesus is a very serious. Why I love Jesus is because he's still the most forward-thinking human being that we have on record right now. Still, everything he said at that time is still relevant to today's life. Like, how could he have seen? How could he have lived in that time when the Romans and laid down like lived his life in a way that were again for every human being to come after, even to this day, would still be like one of the best ways that you could live, right? So forward thinking. That's like even like Elon Musk, like go name all these historical figures. None of them are more forward thinking than Jesus. Jesus laid down like the ultimate human doctrine of just how to behave as a human being. So yeah, that's why I can't deny who he is. Like me, I love Tupac, and Tupac had a very regardless of how again his three dimensional circumstances look. What I took from him, he was a very positive and very powerful and positive impact on my life. And again, another very forward thinking human being. A lot of the things he said in his music is still relevant right now. I don't know if it's going to continue on Jesus level, but again, Yahshua was definitely the master at that. Super positive impact on my life when I just like again just walking in his light, his footsteps, following his like the things that he said. They're so relevant to today, like till the end. Like I just wonder how intelligent was this man. Imagine him in the modern era, like with technology and all the ways we have to reach each other in the internet. Like Jesus would go triple O Hansky right now in the world, bro. Like so yeah, I got to give it up to him because to me he's the most forward-thinking and intelligent human being that we have on record over the last 2,000 years, hands down. Again, Julius Caesar, I think Caesar was before him, but like again, you name historical figures, anything that came after that, and you're gonna see that it's definitely true, man. He's just amazing. His brain had to be on a different level. Like, how could he see this world then and lay down a certain? a certain like certain laws that they're like universally absolutely impenetrable. You can't get around it. You can try to live your life outside of the way he said, and it's just a rougher life all the time. And it's like living in his light. It's like it's still sort of rough, but you with the understanding, it's way easier to navigate. You can see, man. Anyway, it's just a rant. Yeah, it's just a rant. Okay, let's go. I said first, yes, exactly. And you see how the in the Quran they acknowledge Jesus as again as a prophet, as pretty much as an ascended master. But Jesus doesn't acknowledge anybody else except his Father. Like it's crazy. Every other, all these other religions acknowledge him. They have to. Again, he's too forward thinking. He's too intelligent. At the time when, again, where they claim, we were at our most almost primitive, right? Still coming out the primordial ooze, still warring with each other. And these things. But anyway, that was just a rant. But that's why I have to give up to Jesus Christ again every day. Oh, okay. So wait. So I said keep putting in the work. Yes, that was you. Now, then these people came out, right? We already talked about what they're all about. You can't be trusted, and they need you to absolve them of their sins. Or again, they feel again judgment has been called on them. There's this huge thing about fighting back or getting out from underneath the judgment. But why that won't happen is, geez, if you look at that, the third, look, what did I tell you? Backstab. No. They need you to save them. And look at this. This is what I'm trying to tell you, where you're still the Lord and authority of your life. You see how you showed up there, and even in oracle form. This is you. This is what I said that regardless in the beginning when I said regardless of your three-dimensional circumstances, you're still the Lord and you're soloing the dragons. Everyone can see that. No matter how you feel, you're still like nobody wanted to test you or challenge you. Again, you're still wearing the crown, still King of Pentacles. All that came out together. Then Judgment came out on that side when they popped out the deck describing them, right? But then again, when we switch decks, it says keep putting in the work. The backstabbers, again, what do they want? Absolvement, or again, take this judgment energy off of me. Whoever it is that's wearing the crown, whoever it is that's out there soloing the dragons, and again, they're making this look easy, right? They need that person to come in, which is you, obviously. They need that person to come in and again help them. Tell the universe at large that they're not guilty and absolve them. Or again, go into this toxic environment and purify it. Again, be the cure. I don't feel like you're going to do that. There's too much fakeness around there. Again, there's too much hatred, malice, fake love. You don't want to even get caught up in whatever that is. Not that you don't have the power to purify these people or this environment. There are too many black roses. There are too many black rose thorn bushes. Again, you don't want to be anywhere near that. We want red roses. These people again, they bring destruction. I don't want to say the DETH word, but because it's not in the physical sense, but again, they do. They bring energetic deaths to ideas and like scenarios that could be prosperous. These people, like everything they touch turns to ash. So, you could help them from out from under whatever they're in, but it could stain you. So I feel like you again with this crystal ball here, intuitively again, you're celebrating yourself and how far you've come. No, I don't think you're going to do that. It seems not that you couldn't, but from what I'm seeing, it seems illogical, right? And I don't see you as your brain seems to be wired going this way, very forward thinking, like the synapses are firing this way, third eye going that way. That seems illogical. It seems like you doing that. It's like one side of your brain going this way and one going that way. It's going to create imbalances or it's going to mess you up, right? You're in the night. You're already in the singular, super positive energy, Nine of Cups. Like what I mean is, again, three-dimensional circumstances being what they might be. Again, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, or again, your independence grants you great power. These people don't have any independence. They have to band together in this terrible organization in order to feel even a modicum of any type of electrical charge, any type of power. They have to all be together and around these people who are just again, they don't really like each other. Maybe get some rest too. It is the weekend. Maybe get some rest too. Way in the background. Maybe one day this weekend try to get take a nap or maybe just relax for yourself or have an early bedtime. It won't hurt. You don't have to stay up late every weekend just because you worked all week. It's okay. Get clean up fast, cook some food, and start relaxing. And if you happen to pass out at like 9 o'clock, just let it happen. 8 o'clock, let it happen. Let it happen. Or maybe this was you yesterday. Oh, cord cutting. Yes. Oh yeah. Well, yesterday was yeah. Like I said, I finally gotten something that I wanted to do off the ground, and I've been a workhorse around that. I've been a workhorse. Hmm. Less is more. We're gonna clarify this one with some tarot because I don't know if it's for them or if maybe there's something you're doing. Get one more. That was crazy the way that judgment and the crown came together. The way that synchronicity came together. It's like, no, that's definitely you that they want help from, and it definitely got to do. Ooh, I like that. That your financial house will expand. So again, proof of manifestation. Like I said, this is the King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles on that journey. Keep going. No matter what, keep going. Don't stop. It's not about the fear. It's about what you do in this moment. Again, what they're going to write in the history books can define something like what did well collective got scared and hid in the bathroom. No, it's like collective saddled up and rode out towards that sunset, win or lose. Like yes, that this is the mentality and you don't worry about the win or lose part of it. Focus on the journey. Again, put your power onto what you're doing. Again, you're gonna have the results that you want. Not exactly when you want. It's not up to again. It's still in divine order, but you will arrive where you're supposed to arrive. The more you keep your head focused on this journey, the quicker and more powerful the manifestation will be. Let's say that well, prayer will be answered soon. Have faith. All right, that's beautiful. That's just all beautiful. Beautiful. Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you, Divine. Oh yeah, you have the Ten of Pentacles here. Ooh, and it's connected to Tower in the reverse. Where do we have the Tower in the reverse? Again, your Emperor energy. Again, you're headed somewhere. You are long term. You're headed somewhere great, but you might have to work it. Again, jettison the fear. Dispel the fear. This is the real thing now. You know what did Carlito say? You know, dream don't come any closer, baby. At some point, you gotta go out there and chase it, right? And I feel like the dream's close enough. So yeah, get on your horse. That was my best horse sound effect. Oh, see, less is more where lack of willpower is concerned, or feeling defeated, or wanting to give up. Less is more. Don't feed the fears. Jettison, put it. Let the convince the fears that the mission is over and lead it to the escape. Like run to the escape pod, like you're really trying to get out of there. And when the fear gets there, push it into the escape pod and jettison it from the craft and say, "Ha ha, I wasn't afraid." Is my metaphor or analogy for handling that situation. Like I said, me, I mercilessly beat my ego in front of the entire town square. After that, my ego never really openly challenged me since then. It's been a year and some change. It's been almost 2 years. My ego refuses to challenge me. It's afraid because I'll embarrass myself. I will. I don't care. I'm not with myself to the point of like having to hold myself back. Like you see, you shouldn't have did that. No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. What if I do it? I ain't scared. I'm not even scared of me. So this could be something like that. Like I said, you may have to trick the fear, the afraid part of you into leaving you. And the energetic metaphor I was using was yes, act like you're extremely afraid, chase the fear into the escape pod, and let it go off on its own. Like meditation maybe, or just take a really deep look inside. I'm trying to tell you, there's nothing here that can harm you, and it's proof because it's only like obstacles. It's not like there's only things that can slow you down. There's nothing here that's stopping you. There's nothing like that, except unless you're self strength in reverse. Again, you just do away with that. Put your willpower on it, as opposed to again being frozen with fear. Like, what do I do now? Like, do something, make a move, analyze the situation. Matter ones, analyze the situation, not impulsively, instinctively, and make a move. You got your intuition is on point. You are this crystal ball. Again, your intuition that where it pertains to you, your power, and yourself. Yeah, whatever you're seeing, whatever you're thinking, whatever you're feeling, you're right on point. Don't question it. Just keep going. Okay, see? Oh, saying the same thing. Again, these false authority figures, these people, it would behoove you to, again, leave them in the past. Continue on in your Queen of Wands energy. You have some King of Swordsy energy here in the reverse, some distorted. Again, people who are lazy, lack of will, they just want to again flex their muscles. They're not they're the least qualified person for the job, but again they force their way in. They use false authority, false intelligence, and again they're usually aligning themselves around people who they're not very well researched themselves, so they're not going to question this person, and they're so overbearing and belligerent and like full of malice and like they're such a forceful bully that again these lower energies will just do what they say even if they know that like something feels wrong about it. But saying again less is more with these people, and again they're really deep down, they're cowards, and again, their willpower is lacking to really take authority in a situation. They're afraid. So it's saying don't mirror this energy too, because that's on the other side of you jettisoning your fear. The other side of it is somebody's hoping that you don't, or that you remain frozen in place, right? And then so that they can thrive as as again the false leader or the false authority figure with all the power. Well, they're going to try to come off as the authority figure with all the power, but really they're the false authority figure. They're the false leader, right? They make the laws and break the laws, and that's why they never get caught, right? How are you going to arrest? You're just going to make a law that says that they can break laws. Like this is an extremely corrupt person or group of people. Again, King of Swords here reverse. They don't. They're not meant to rule, but they might if no one challenges them because they're so forceful. And again, they know how to fake intelligence, say big words that mean nothing, but around people who don't quite know again what $5 words are, they could come off as again the most important. And all they got to do is have one victory, and so they can tell people, "Aha! You see, I was right," and then everything goes wrong. So less is more of if you're operating in that energy, less is more. And if you're around these type of energies, you have the right idea again with the window. Again, staying back behind your boundaries and sort of observing these people and letting them make themselves known so that you can deal with them in the appropriate fashion is what I'm getting right there. Yeah, definitely. Messy Marvins, definitely. Always adding something into the soup when no one's looking, and they want to claim that it's the chef that messed up the recipe, so they could be the one to run the kitchen in the end. Yeah, 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 definitely. Saboteur, sabotage energy. Hmm. Be measured in your be measured in your like giving people unconditional love from your heart space. Be weary, not weary, but again, vet the people. Be cautious. And I feel like again, these people they need your warmth, your love, your care, your emotions, your advice. Excuse me. They need you to like purify them, like help them. Someone's energy is really, really dirty and weighed down and like greasy and dry, and like not greasy and dry, but like what's that texture of? I feel like oily sand is someone's energy. Like it doesn't have much use. Like it's gonna gunk up the engine. It's gonna decrease the engine's viscosity, right? This is like or like someone's energy is like dirty motor oil, right? But like in a car that's like been left outside in the winter. So like if you crank this, it's gonna like for sure because the oil is all seized up with grime and you know metallic particles. Again, it needs to be drained and this is a burden on again someone's travels or their forward movement and they feel like your unconditionally loving energy is the purification for whatever this is, or again, the lighthouse that they can go to. Like someone's extremely, extremely like hurt right now. Not hurt, but like they're going through a lot. And then this person's also feeling like there is no unconditional, like nobody cares about them or the people around them, they're fake. This love ain't real. And again, it goes back to that hatred, malice, fake love here. Because there's pure unconditional love here, but it's surrounded by burdens and somebody who's like they're feeling like excluded or left out and being forced to deal with all of whatever that is on their own. And like it's creating a very again it's like oil and then it's like adding a bunch of pollutants, two things that don't go together. And then you try to use that. It's like you try to use that oil. It's no good. It's burdened. It's burnt out. It's like you're better off getting a but someone again they don't have any way to again get that or purify that. It's like again greasy, sandy, and it's just sticking up everything. It's making so that the gears can't really turn in this person's favor or where they want this. They can't. This is not a well-oiled machine. They can't push this to where they want it to go. It's very burdensome. It's very difficult. It's an arduous process just to make it to the end of whatever this journey is. And someone here is also in the 10. They're at the threshold, but just to cross it is almost impossible for them. They feel like they're outside trying to come in, but they feel like once they cross this threshold, they're stepping back outside. If that makes any sense, it's like well, it's like a doorway in the middle of the desert. So like you walk through it, you're still in the desert. That's how someone is feeling, or the energy that they're in, and they need again you. They need a light source, a light being to come in and change all of that, right? Like I said, to put one drop of the like the soap analogy in those commercials, you put that drop of soap on the grease and it disperses. They need that. Like that's what this pure unconditional love energy is like. Nobody is caring about this situation, and whoever this is being forced to face this on their own. And they can see the end line, the finish line right in their sights, but I don't think they can reach it. Or, like I said, you're pushing a tank uphill. Like it'd be easier to grease the wheels and drive it, but someone can't do that. Again, this grease is tainted, contaminated. Um, so violence is not functioning for ourselves. Okay, okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. So the other one was your finances are expanding, or your financial house will expand. Okay. Now this could also be because it's meant to also represent pentacles in a sense. So again, this could be great health benefits, cash gains, wealth, investments. This could be a new job altogether, or a new entrepreneurial venture. Taking shape, taking off. This could be doing good business, getting a contract, private contracting, anything like that. This is like a leg up in the material, and definitely, okay, hold on. And definitely like opportunities coming. So financial house will expand. More than likely at the end of a cycle that's coming up, you're going to be able to see some kind of change. There's going to be other people around you too, or again, you could be working with a company or a group, or again, you won't be working alone or whatever this is. You'll be able to look back and feel like you had a lot of decisions to make. You made the right decision. This is how you're feeling. Like it's okay. It's okay how this is turning out. And then again, it's good. Again, proof of manifestation. You know that now. Again, you can see that finish line. You can see this. If you get the job, you're like, okay, now I just got to work for a couple of months, save some money. Like I'm going to be in a good position very soon. This is very good for me. It's like that sort of thing is coming here with the world, with whatever. This could be again what we're talking about now coming to an end, and again, you're just left with the decision of like, what do you want to do now, or where do you want to go? You have a lot of different opportunities, a lot of different things to choose from, right? And if your financial house expanding, this could be more than one project taking off, or having success at more than one thing again towards the end of this cycle or when this cycle closes, whenever you can look back on this moment and feel like, oh yeah, that was a hard time right there before December, but I made it through. And like again, you should see a new alliance between you and again, it could be a larger entity like a corporation or something like that, or it could just be you and one other person, maybe your partner or your best friend or your business partner, something like that. And you guys again, you're making some very crucial decisions. It's a lot too. It could be a lot to take in at first, but I see you making again sound decisions about what to do. Yeah, well, definitely. Oh no, let's get some more of the ore. Yeah, forced to stay in fight or flight, zombies eating each other, brains to glass. Exactly. It's scary out there right now. I don't know what's going on. The government is handling things. Hunger Games are just. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's so true. I feel like it's like what it has to come to. Like how much higher can the price of living and eating go? Like those are the two like and I get it. The government wants us to be their like unquestioning loyal servants. Okay, you got the power. You slaughtered all the people and took over first. Fair enough. But like, don't you want us to eat and sleep? Like, we're gonna need strength to do all this slave work. And if you take all that away, we can't just be living on going to work and coming home to live on the streets and eat scraps. Like, you know what I mean? A man cannot survive off complex carbohydrates alone. You see what I'm saying? So man or woman, again, no gender here, but a human being. And I feel like, yeah, it's definitely that. Like, it's getting wicked out here. Like, yeah, it's getting wicked out here. Before I was just worried about like scammers and criminals, and now I got to worry about my own government. It's like a little too much, you know? It's a little too much. Okay, here we go. That could be with that backstabbing energy. There's a loss in the air. Someone's gonna take an L. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be you. You already had putting in that work. WWWW. I don't. I feel like okay. So these backstabbers. Maybe this is about to tell us about something that's going on that you can't see. I feel like it's that. It's more of that again. Something goes down, and then immediately something goes up. So this could be another contrast between you and them. And a lot of your energy has been coming out with this green and this orange, and then with the red and the black. Here you have the orange, the red, and the black in the card pertaining to all of you together. So again, I'm gonna feel like this is okay. What's rising? New perspective may be needed. Okay, hold on. Let me get one more, and in the middle, and then I'll just clarify all of this. Oh no, that's a terrible. Okay, Divine playing games now, and Evil. Yeah, somebody. I feel like them. Somebody on their side is getting ready to take yet another devastating blow to the competition. Not that you're in competition, but again, if these people are, it seems like they want to go against you, or they want to do better, or they want to be seen to. Again, public perception seems to be what drives these people, what people think about them. Both of you have a trophy that's in reach. Them potentially a loss. And we spoke about this how Divine is like, listen, if you planted loser seeds, I'm gonna give you loser crops or loser plants, right? And then don't come back and be like, what Divine? Like, but that's what you ordered. You ordered those loser seeds last year, and I sent them to you just like you wanted. I was like, what do you want me to do? You want terrible things, so I'm sending them to you. Is that not what you're asking for? They're like, yeah, but I want terrible things for them. So I was like, no, 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 no. Now, if you're gonna make terrible things happen to them, that's a whole other thing. You just asked me for terrible things. Now you're gonna get that, right? And I feel like your trophy is again, it's a clear contrast between there. So when something goes down, something else gonna go. It's like two ropes, like a rope on two buckets. And you add water to this one, it goes down. You add water to this, like you see what I'm saying? As they add the water and go down, it just makes you rise. Again, you become like I said, that bubble in the water. The more they try all of this in the background, whether you're in it or not, again, it just makes you look better. It just fortifies your position. And yeah, again, what I'm getting is everyone's about to get what they want. Yet again, it's not the end of the story. Just again, these cycles will compound as your life continues. But in this instance, what we're talking about, yeah, everybody's about to get what they want, what they prayed for, what they sent for, right? Everyone's Amazon package is right on cue. It's going to be like a thing. Like again, don't call me back and be like, well, they're having fun over there. Yeah, they requested the fun seeds. Anyway, so right now you could be acting any kind of unassuming way, keeping to yourself, not really, it's whatever. But because you know you have things going on in the background, again, your ships aren't sinking. So now it's just a matter of time. You just again got to maintain what's going on in the physical. You got to get past this part of it, but you see the finish line. It's like going into that final bend. It's like you got to take this hard turn. Don't hit the wall, and then finish line up ahead. But you're still, you're still, you're going around the track, and you're coming around one of these big, 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 big turns, but you're gonna make it. It might not seem like it right now to everybody. Well, oh, it's definitely in the cards for you. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm just pretending like I'm just biding my time with you, but really things are working out for me in the background. Again, I'm not in the Tempest. I may not be the best dressed or have the most money, but again, in the long term, my opportunities are happening. They're coming to fruition. So yeah, Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, exactly. Two Pentacles. Wow. So it could be this. That's what I'm trying to talk about. Those two pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Like I've got things balanced. Maybe it's gonna take some time for things, but it's working out. It's coming towards me. Again, I've already committed myself to certain actions that I know are true. So I'm gonna make it happen. Again, there's the still waters. Again, there are no ships. There are no ships in a tempest. There are no storms on your horizon. In the immediate sense, like I said, you may be dealing with responsibilities, smaller obstacles that are presenting themselves to you that are just, again, all you have to do is get around these things. You're still headed forward, right? Here they go. Here they go. And as I speak that, somebody's feeling the wheel of fortune in the reverse nine of swords. Again, they're all ate up about as you progress, again, the more and more and more bad luck, misfortune, why is this happening to me? Energy keeps coming out of them, right? And again, prepare for a loss, and then getting the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse Nine of Swords. Yeah, prepare for a loss, a devastating one. I get it; these are human beings. I'm not wishing this type of thing on them, but it says that again, being in this toxic pool of waste, prepare yourself for something. You could be backstabbed, or could be revealed to you that no one actually cares about you, or that you're getting cheated on, or these same people that you think are your friends are talking behind your back, or have secret hatred for you. Again, or people are just careless with the way they treat you. They have no problem leading you into dangerous situations and not telling you that these situations are dangerous just because either they get a kick out of it or they're used to being in those situations so they don't see them as dangerous, but maybe they're not like whoever's caught up in that energy, again, they're headed for a loss. They're headed for something that's going to happen. Ooh, didn't I say before, just like the Knight of Wands, you've got to be instinctive, not impulsive, assessing situations maybe and taking quick, rapid action very fast to bring about success. And I feel like, again, you had the Three of Wands, Knight of Wands, and the Four of Wands was here somewhere before. Ah, yes, another full circle moment. That's what I'm trying to say. A progression like this could be really working out for you very, very soon. Or if not, like I said, right now you can tell. Just I just gotta stay. I just gotta run my race. Go collective, go. I have no reason to act nervous or antsy or jump out of character, jump out the face for any reason. I can't say the same for these other people. Hmm. So your mind could be free now to just again do what you want. You had ooh. So again, you're out of your mind, or you're not stuck on like you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You're not stuck on any ideas. You're even if you're dealing with things outwardly, like that's what I'm trying to say. You're regardless, you're still the emperor. You're still soloing dragons one after another, one after another. So many dragons. Who knows? Who knows what level you're on? You haven't yet paused the game to insert the new stats and the level ups, right? You're just going hamski. You're aura farming the crap out of this dragon area. It's like you like you know what you're doing because again, I feel like you see those treacherous people in the background. You know who they are. You don't really have time for whatever that is. Whatever you're doing now is what you want to do. It's what you love to do. You're going towards that. Again, slowly but surely, you're going to defend whatever this is and pour an extreme amount of your intuition, your creativity. Again, you're going to be an artist around whatever this is, creating the most spectacular sculptures, paintings, you name it. You're going to be putting up that work and putting in that. I said putting up that way. Hey, man, you be putting that work up, putting that work in. Eight of Pentacles. Hmm. Some people want to come towards you in a very loving energy, but they're being apprehensive because they know they betrayed you. Also, they're like working on an apology, or it's just like a lot of messages typed and deleted, or like letters. Well, we don't do it like that, so I'm gonna say text messages, like letters not sent, or like dialing the first five digits and then hanging up the phone, or it's something like that. Someone's like they're out of their head about it. There's still a little apprehension, but it's the treachery aspect. It's like betraying someone and then trying to offer them a cup of coffee. It's like they're not gonna go for that. This person doesn't want to go anywhere with you. It's like they know what they did. Again, and just like last time, right? Nine of swords and eight of swords reversed. No, last time it was eight of swords upright, nine of swords reversed was imprisonment. Like maybe somebody got bail from spiritual jail, but now they want to make it right. But I don't know. Like I said, you're very busy. Man, they feel like they can't come towards you. Actually, they're watching you too. So maybe someone's like waiting for the opportune time. Hangman in reverse, like someone is like being very like you're not making a lot of moves, right? And definitely because maybe they don't want to disturb the energy in a way that maybe word gets back to you that they're looking for you or looking at you or trying to get in contact with you. If there's someone like in your workspace, they're like not stalkerishly, but yeah, it's like they're keeping tabs on like where you did you come to work today? Like, are you in the building? Will today be the chance when me and them see each other in the hallway and we get to talk or like something like that? It's like a moment to get a moment to like, can we speak in private type of thing? And this person, but they're coming out of this again, this toxic portal, right? So it's like they can't see you or like even if they know where you are, they can't come towards you. So it's giving me the same thing. Like they can't see you or find you or just directly enter. Again, you can't directly just enter your auric field. That doorway is blocked. And even if this person sees you, again, they need like the key to open that door. They need like an extremely kind word, or I'm not sure even how that's going to work around you. You seem to be in a very serious and focused energy. Again, you are the emperor flipping towers up. You're like literally grabbing towers and turning them upside down so that they don't affect you the same way, right? You're like in a very again being the leader and lord of your life, lordess, no genders here. You're in an extremely powerful position to make these things happen. Again, you don't need the shields when your energy is so aggressive and not like you're looking for problems, but again, this is how you have to be to tackle this environment. It's not easy. So I feel like yeah, not to be messed with. Somebody's watching you, but they don't have any way towards you. And they're sort of thinking about how they can fix that or how they can again mitigate. What is the maybe that's their obstacle. What is the solution? How do I get around? How do I get to collective and like I don't know if this Knight of Cups is an apology because I don't see it working, but it could be. Again, it could be they could have thought of a different ways, like they could have thought of 100 different ways to do it, but still not made their move because they feel like again there's a flaw in every one of those. Like you're gonna shoot them down like 99 out of 100 times, but they're looking for that one time. They're looking for that one timeline where you don't, and it's very difficult to find. It's going to be very difficult. Most of the timelines they're looking for are blocked to them anyway. So if they're looking through, if they're trying to see 100 timelines, they can only see 50 of them. And if all of those say no, you can't come towards the collective, like you're gonna have to just take a chance that the first one is gonna be one of those other 49 or whatever, one of those other 50 that are the yes. And again, it just won't work like that. It just won't work like that. There's almost zero to no chance of them coming in and not getting. I don't want to say blasted by you, but again, getting sent on their way definitely at the very least. But you're not going to want to deal with whatever this is. But they're watching and they're getting they're starting to understand things like they didn't before in the past. Definitely that. Daughter of Swords, perfect, and ill will of others not godly. Definitely, Jesus said to seek knowledge. Oh, I feel like you guys are attacking the Greekers. It's okay. Um, I mean, I've read the Bible. I used to go to Bible school when I was a kid. We all had to do that. Um, these guys would come to your door on Saturday and give you a flyer and tell you what, because they used to perform the Bible stories as plays for us when we were kids, and then we go to, then you actually have to go to Bible class and like learn the stuff, like the ins and outs of the stories, and it was in French, so it was very difficult, especially at that time. I wasn't as good at French as I was when I was like 8 years old, as I am now when I was 8 years old. But yeah, we learned all those stories, and yeah, it was definitely instrumental or like a fundamental part of everyone growing up in the area that I grew up in. Like that was the thing. We used to try to not want to go. We used to try to lie to our parents and say that they never came on Saturday, but we'd always end up catching that school bus and going to see that thing. But yeah, but over time, again, historical context. The Bible is good, but you need historical context also to like what's actually going on in and around that time period. Because again, the Bible deals with a lot of symbolism and some of the things that, again, with historical context, you can see that really happened. Oh, I got a really good. Yes, man, read the damn context. Yeah, I got a really lying is worth. In a sense, lying is the worst sin. Yes, because it can lead you to any other sin. It's like how they used to say marijuana is a gateway drug. Not really, but like I get it. If you're hanging around people who do like marijuana back then was the easiest drug to take. If you're hanging around people who do drugs all day, like yeah, it does open up the door more for you to try other things, right? But yeah, definitely like that. Lying is a dangerous sin because it opens the book. It opens the door to any other. You can be involved in any adultery, the worst of them all, stealing, you name it. Once lying is the it's the turning of the knob. Oh, look at that! Six of Cups just popped. Like I said, this person they want to come see you from the past. They want it to be like this again. It'll never be the same again. I try to make you understand. No, the pain you put me through. Like someone wants it to go back to being the way it was. They're sorry, but they're also holding a handful of bouquet of black roses. So be careful with that, right? Apologies. Show me, prove to me. Don't just tell me, right? Don't just tell me you're sorry. Do some actions and give me some leeway. I may not just cop to the first thing you do. This may be a process. So yeah, take these people with a grain of salt. Again, the Queen of Swords with the other sword at arm's length. Like they're not just here; they're over there, just in case. Just in case. These people have history. Just to cover that neighbor. Exactly. Yeah. Yes. Brother, this is demonic. Okay, but yet you're here. What was I gonna say? Sincerely, all sins are equal in the sense that they all separate you from God. True. But busting and I'm gonna get very just for context, but busting somebody's head to the white meat and telling a lie. If you bust my cousin's head to the white meat and put him in a coma, as opposed to just lie to me again, you could say those sins are equal, but listen, you see what I'm saying? So yes and no. And somebody could be lied to. I could come up and say, "Oh, this person just did this and this and this," and now I rally the mob and we go bust that person's head. And you see how the lie was more dangerous. That's what I'm trying to say. It opens up the door to everything else. That's why it's slightly, they all are sins and they all carry heavy weight with them. But lying is the thing that can lead you to that, right? Yeah, it's very dangerous. But yes, we are the light. Again, historical context. Try looking up Jesus from the perspective of the Romans 100 to 150 years after his death and read about the things that they wrote about him. He was definitely there and definitely a real person. They just didn't care because the things he was doing couldn't serve them. They couldn't use that. There's this guy, the Metatron on YouTube, and he has a very good explanation, like of again the Romans were like it's because they were like, can he make weapons and armor? And they were like, no. They're like, some guy is going around healing people and performing miracles in a province way off in the distance that we conquered. But then again, the Romans were like, okay, cool. He healed a couple people. He did some things. Well, they were like, can you make swords and armor? They were like, no, you can't replicate swords and armor. They're like, okay, can he make an entire battalion of men disappear? And they're like, no. And they're like, well, okay, who cares about this guy? We're fighting wars and conquering. Like, you healed a couple people. Yeah, can he heal people on mass? Has he shown any? Like, no, he's just healing a couple people in the villages. And it's like, yeah, they didn't have any use for that. And when you were doing all that in Judea, it was fine. It's when he came to Rome and started doing that, things got now this they did not abide by, and again it led to again till escalation till Judas moment. But try looking at it from the Romans' perspective. They were laughing at Jesus. They were like, "How could a man say he is the son of God?" Because they were like, "Can you imagine like Hercules or Zeus or one of them being carried off in chains by guards?" They're like, "If this man was really the son of God, how did he let that happen to him?" They had a very like kind of like how people try to clown it now and say, "Oh well, it can't be real because then no, he was still." It's like no, he was trying to teach you a lesson there at the end. But you know, again, you're not going to get it if you just look at it from that context. But yes, they definitely, yeah, they definitely had like a view of a man that was definitely real and did some things in that time. They talk about him like he's like how we would talk about George Washington or something, like just someone that lived a long time ago. But they definitely, there was no like a myth of Jesus. No, he was there. He definitely crucified that man. And again, it's because what he was doing on the outskirts was fine. Once he brought that stuff to Rome and started, no, 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 we don't play that here. Now you're an enemy of the state. So if you can, historical context around that, again, the biblical story, the biblical definition of that, it still stands. But if you add a little bit of that historical context, I'm telling you, it's going to make it so much more clear and so much more real about what was really going on. That yeah, definitely you're blocked with your sarcasm. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on. That was put in by the church. Well, a lot of it. Remember, King James. He again. He had those scribes change the Bible, and then he murdered a bunch of them too. So be careful with that. You're not reading the original Bible or whatever you think that is. There's a man. There was a man on earth that thought he was divine enough to change the words, and he did that. And while he was doing that, he was killing a lot of people under the guise of that same divine power. So be careful with all of that. This is what I said about joining a gang, joining a religion, and not realizing again what the things that they've done. It's very much like the Crips. There are negative connotations to everything. You have to be careful. No, Dead Sea Scrolls are something that are sort of again because the Bible is there, yes, but remember, it came into our lexicon during a certain period, right? Jesus had to do everything he did, die, and then they created that after him. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but you have to understand that human beings were here for like millions. They found anatomical correct skeletons from at least 800,000 years ago. So what does your Bible have to say about that? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Where no, there were a lot of different belief systems and things that were written down that are very important. Yes, and I'm not discrediting the Dead Sea Scrolls. Yes, they are a time capsule, but there were other things written around that too that are very important, right? Even like the Quran is a very important book too. Don't get me twisted. It's just again the same divine energy. It just had to manifest in a different way. Those people wouldn't have accepted what the other religions were. They needed their own thing. It's like in layman's terms, it's like how again Christians weren't meant to be Muslims, Muslims not to be Christians, Buddhists not to be Christians or Muslims. Again, the divine energy had to spread in a certain way. If you could go back a million years, you would see how we were all part of one thing. Again, but the more we go out into time, the more separated in different directions and things that we do as human beings. But yeah, I got a little bit off topic. But if you can look up the historical context of Jesus as seen by the Romans, about 100 to 150 years after his existence, you're gonna see there was definitely a real person. And yeah, to them it was like learning about him was as easy as we learn about George Washington in this modern era, right? It's just someone that existed a long time ago. We definitely know that person was here, and they had a lot of facts about him that again are some sort of lost through time, but not really. It's all kind of been written down. All right. Oh, thank you. Yeah, yeah. I know I went on a little rant right there, but I just feel it's like we said. I'm not downplaying any religion or anything like that, but I'm telling you, add historical context to what you're reading in these religious texts because they're often filled with a lot of symbolism, right? Or like lessons that anyone can use over time. But for Jesus, he's definitely there. Read it up. They're in there making fun of him, and that's how again nobody makes fun of anything fake, right? They're talking about him like he was really there, and they're clowning him because they're saying how can he have been led away by the guards if he was the son of God and blah blah. They're making a lot. They're trying to make light of the situation against him. But if you read that and you read again about Jesus in the Bible, you're gonna see how those stories, the pieces that are missing from here are gonna fit, and the pieces that are missing from there, you're gonna get those. You're gonna have like a 89 to 90% way broader view of who that man was and what he was all about. I give you my word. Sorry, I almost slipped out. Dyslexia, I caught you. But yeah, I give you my word on that. People really don't see how much you really don't know. I'm saying, and if people want to come in half cocked and be like, yeah, well, and that's the clear. You're not seeking knowledge. You're just coming in and saying like you know, and it has to be no, no, no. Seek more knowledge. Even when you think you know, seek more knowledge. There's always more. There's always more. Like I said, we're talking about the last 2,000 some odd years, and then they say the time before that it's only been 6,000 years, and they know they're finding anatomically correct skeletons, human beings that look just like you and me from 800,000 years ago, and leaving that with memos that say they're pretty sure they're going to find from because at one point it was only 250,000. Then I think it jumped to like 700 something thousand, and now 800. Or like it's only a matter of time before we find humans, and we know they were there for a million years. So no, get more knowledge. You never know enough, and never come at someone like, okay, aha, I just learned that thing. Now I'm ready to debate the world. No, just seek more knowledge. Possibly, potentially, could have again, I'm telling you all of this, and this could be less than 0.11111% of the actual knowledge. But and then people would say, Natty, you're knowledgeable. But this is what I'm trying to tell you is because I just seek knowledge. I'm not trying to judge you or push my point onto you. I'm saying, look at these things as I have seen them, and you're gonna see what I see. It's not about like fighting with you. Again, this is all public record that I'm speaking of. So I'm not fighting anyone. Like these are your own historians, Smithsonians, and blah 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 that are making these claims. So yeah, just be open to others. That too is a great way to learn. Yes, this is the supreme way to learn. Again, engage yourself in another culture. You'd be surprised. Again, like I said, I have no problem praying with my Muslim brothers, Christian, whatever it is, as long as we say some prayers up in here for this place. You see what I'm saying? The religion of decency. I'm not here to. I'm just here to do the right thing for one generation. That's it. Okay, I'll give you guys a couple more, and then I'll get you guys up out of here. I love these discussions. So enlightening. Yeah, just different. Believe in something, whatever it is, even if it's only yourself. Um. So yes, more of this energy. They can't come towards you. Fool in the reverse. Wow. In secret. Okay, so bottom of the deck it was Fool in the reverse, Six of Swords reverse to the Empress reverse, and then the Moon. So yeah, somebody is trapped, afraid, lazy. They're not about much, but they want it all. Secretly, they want to come towards you. They may force it, or they're hoping to like run into you randomly. Again, this is that can I talk to you for a moment type of energy, right? Someone, someone was with the group that did wrong, and they want to like separate themselves, catch you by yourself, and be like, "Hey, let me talk to you." You know, that wasn't me. Like I was always on your side, but free will and discernment. Gauge this person as they speak to you, because I can't say I'm not gonna say they're lying. They seem like they're a liar, yes, but it's gonna be up to you what you allow and don't allow in your auric field. And again, I'm not here to tell you directly what to do. And we preface all the messages like that. Use your free will and discernment at all times. Don't force anything. Take what's for you. Disregard the rest. That's fine. And make sure you plug this in only into the areas of your life where it fits. Don't try to make the don't try to plug the HDMI cord into the USB port. It just won't work, right? Don't force it. But yeah, I feel like they're so steeped in whatever that other toxic culture is. I don't know if they can be trusted. and they came out. They're looking for a way out. Maybe not the whole group, but there's one person in particular that wants you to rescue them from whatever that is. And the power will ultimately lie with you. So do what you're gonna do, but please protect. You're doing such a good job of protecting yourself moving forward, even in like some. Again, you have protection in dark times, like on a harder road or during a darker time. You're still doing so well, right? And for you, it doesn't feel like that all the time, but from the outward perspective, excuse me, that's how everyone is like, wow, everyone's having like a wow moment when they see you out there performing again, soloing 20 dragons on your own in like in an open field. You don't even have any cover. You're doing it to them. It looks like you're doing it on the hardest level, but again, it comes naturally or it's easy to you, right? It's almost like it's a joke to you. You don't see that you're in danger, and you're like, danger. I laugh in the face of danger. Simba type energy with all these crowns around here doesn't surprise me. Male or female? No, you could be Nala. No genders here. Or Sarabi, I think that was the mom's name. Again, no genders here, but definitely royal and in control. If nothing else, yourself, which is the most important thing. We don't have to control other people. If we can all control ourselves, wow, what a world it would be. Okay, no, I'm not gonna take that to the shuffle. That'd be the only one I'll take on the bottom. I'll give you this other deck right here. What's this one called again? Oh, I don't even remember. Still one of my favorite decks though. The animation. Supoi. Who said we listen to Satan? How can we be radically honest and be from the devil? Facts. Jesus is king. Facts. Dancing is good. Facts. Just asking, but I missed the question. Or yeah. Okay. All right. But dancing is good. Yes. Keeps you young. If nothing else, dancing in your spare time, in your living room, in the shower, whatever it is. It keeps you mad, 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 mad young. Ooh. No. So well, I mean, I don't want to predict your future, but it's saying that you're going to reject this person when they come in. If they come in, if you see them, you're going to reject this person. No, no, no. You're gonna read. You're gonna redirect. What did Big Pun say? No, go that way. Yeah, you're gonna redirect whoever this person is. That was Mackay Fife and Peyton Full. Also, he didn't like that. The guys. He didn't like that the guys had gotten robbed, and then when they he told them to go look for the guy was going this way, and he's like, no, 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 no. I don't like the decisions you make. Go this way. Like, don't go search that way. Go that way. It's like something you could redirect someone. Like, no, 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 no. Left to your own devices, you just don't blow things up. Listen, stay away from me. And no, don't leave. Don't leave by the back. Leave by the front so I can see you. Like, I can't take none of your treachery. It could be. It could be something like that. Yeah, with this tennis swords in the reverse, I mean, I feel ultimately like it's gonna be that. And again, still use your own free will and discernment from what the energy is saying now. Like, no, you're getting. It's like it's like I'm telling you this, and in the back of your mind, you're like, yeah, yeah, Natty, I hear you, I'm listening. But like this person is cooked. They're already cooked in your eyes. Should they rear their ugly head, they're gonna get soloed like one of those dragons. Like solo living. It's like the best thing for your character development or progression would be to like redirect this person and finally show them, nah, you I'm gonna curse right here a little bit. You fucked up. You fucked up when you stabbed me in the back. You fucked up. You messed up big time, big time. What did our pretty woman when she came back to the store and she was like, "Yeah, you guys turned me away earlier. Big mistake. Big mistake. Huge, huge. Came back in them brim hats and them fine Chanel dresses. Again, Richard Gere wanted to make an obscene. He wanted to make an obscene amount of noise and disturbance in the store with his credit cards. He wanted to run it up. As I said, run it up. I said, look at that. The burden's going away, and someone's going up on the pedestal, like, yes, you are the champion. Did you realize? You know what I'm saying? You're the champion in their eyes. That's what I'm trying to say. So only if you stay along this line, it's only a matter of time. And even like Ten of Wands reverse to that Ten of Swords in the reverse, it's like, yeah, your opportunity is coming. Your time is coming. It could seem wonky a little bit right now, but it's coming. You're already in a victorious energy, like I keep telling you. But from your standpoint, again, you're in the middle of. It's like again, you're rescuing the people from the burning building. You don't already see how you're a hero because you're like on fire, right? you're hot right now, you're sweating, and you're wondering if you'll make it down this staircase this last time with this last person to save them. But you will, and you are. Like you're doing great. Everyone is like looking at they're already administering the first aid to the people you've already rescued. And people are like, holy crap, that person is. And we use that analogy too a lot. It's like that person is going. It's like, yeah, I have to go back in. It's the only way to save everybody. It's like, yeah, you could be nervous about running back into that burning building, but again, you're already being seen as the hero. Like once the flames die down, and then you get your first aid, and then the news reporters come and they're like, "What happened?" And you tell them your story again. You're already a hero. It's just to do that other part. So you could be going through the part where again you're rushing in and out of a burning building right now, and it seems like again like not. It's the same as I'm saying is the obstacle, the hard part, or whatever seems difficult right now. You could be going through that, but you don't see how well you're dealing with it. Only people externally to you see it, and of course you wouldn't see it because, like I said, if you're surrounded by flames, you might think that this is the end. Like, okay, I'm going to try to save this person, but this whole building could collapse on me. And it's like, you know what, Divine, if this is it, this is it. We got to do it for that. But like, you don't see how amazing that is, right? Because you're in the moment. Once it's all over and you had they've administered you some oxygen and some meds, again, people are gonna start to tell you like, wow, that was amazing. Did you not see that? Did you not recognize when you were doing this? Like we were afraid. We didn't want to go back in. You just get you see what I'm trying to say? There could be a progression, like a moment that hasn't arrived yet, where again, whatever you're feeling, the opportunity to put all that down and just ride the victory horse for a while. Just be seen as like again the hero or the heroine of the story, right? The person that did the right thing or helped the people or took that chance on themselves and like really succeeded, right? Now you're inspiration to everyone else who was afraid to take a chance on themselves because they didn't think they'd have success. Faster, stronger. Hey, if you're feeling the energy, jump right into it. Yeah, do it faster, former, fitter, stronger. Hell, that's just what I'm trying to tell you. You could be again, you could be behind your boundaries, again, observing the environment like it's not form, it's not fit, it's not fast, it's not strong. You know what? I'm gonna fill that void. Get right to it. Put the energy on it. I feel like again, you're standing in your power. We talked about bringing a manifestation into fruition, trying on a Monday for a Friday. Maybe it's that. Being more ready, getting more done over this next week than again you've done in a long time. Like focus beyond focus. That don't kill you, only make you stronger. But yeah, facts. That don't kill me, can only make me stronger. The world is a disco ball in the making. Yeah, let's keep turning, keep shining, keep sparkling. Disco Inferno. Let's turn the heat up on this. Jim Carrey. We have exercise demon. Ace Ventura, I love that movie. I grew up with that shit. I know exactly what you're talking about. And they went into the things. That's when he's holding the door and he's like, ah, and he's like, then there's no way you could have fallen off and you could have hurt him. And he's like, and he's like, I have exorcised the demons. And then Einhorn is like, get out. I can't remember what is he saying right. There's some annoying shit. And he's like, get him out of here. I love it. I love it. I love it. That, but again, that could be you. You know what you're doing. It's everybody else that's confused, but they're gonna try to pass it off like you're the crazy. Get them out of here. They crazy. They crazy. Why? Because I just solved the whole case. All right, I get it. You're right. I get it. Collective gonna leave. You're right. You're right. I'll let y'all have it. Like it could be something like that. Or like again, you see your intuitive perception grants you the ability to see the little subtleties, the things that are actually going on that everyone else wants to ignore. Or because in that scene there was a lot to do with corruption, right? They didn't want to solve the case. So it could be that again with this toxic energy. There could be just a lot of corrupt things and corrupt people around, and it's like, no, you see what's actually going on, and should you point it out again, they're going to be the ones who try to usher you out the room real quickly because they don't want everyone in the environment seeing that. Again, we talked about how again you come around with your degrees, and no, these people they haven't finished high school yet. They don't need anybody else thinking there's anything beyond high school. It's like get this person out of here. What do you mean you're talking and giving proper instructions? What are you talking about? What do you mean you're a supreme leader of authority, intelligent, wise? What? Where did you even get that from? Oh, with this emperor, I mean, you're pretty balanced too, right? We talked about that, how your mind works this way. Your mind works this way. Their minds are going like in two directions at once.
Pathways to the fourth dimension that ultimately lead nowhere. Again, will I be the most corrupt? Can I get away with these lies? Can
will I my revenge plots work out? Exactly. You're not there. You're not there. Your mind is going this way. Their mind is going in all directions at once at all times. Right. Someone wants to approach you again. There's that person again. They want to approach you, and again, they're writing messages and deleting them. They're not sure. You don't have a plan of how to do this. They're supposed to. Again, they're Page of Pentacles, but again, distorted energy. They can't fully put together like how to approach you, how to do this. Again, the treachery is too much in their mind. They know they've done something, and I don't know. Again, you could people could be defending you too.
Don't we don't fight with the Empress. We fight for her. She simply has to tell us what to do. We will protect her at all costs with our
Right? The was that Memphis Bleak? Who the fuck want what? Like,
out to see. Like, again, you're coming upstairs, he's already downstairs. This is a man of action. The Emperor sleeps with his armor on. Again, he just needs to hear a sound. He just needs to hear a bump in the night.
long sleeps in his throne, in his emperor robes, crown and armor on and all. Anytime you're ready to do this, he's ready to do this. The Empress now, she's more reserved. She's more protected, put away, put up. We don't want anything to happen to this person. Everything that we are right now as a kingdom is flowing from this person. So we're going to defend that with everything, right? Everything I have, of the water I drink, the food I eat, my family, again, all this energy is flowing from the Empress. So we're going to protect her with all our lives. She's the last one in the kingdom that the Emperor could fall on the battlefield if he's foolish, if he makes a misstep, right? If he goes Emperor in reverse, tyrannical, and he does it all for control, he can lose. The Empress too, but this would be the fall of the entire empire from the inside out. But operating in the right energy, again, it's only going to be things can only flourish with a person like this at the helm. They've got the intelligence, the material know-how. They know when to and when not to take appropriate action. And again, their emotions are seriously balanced. Their empathy is completely intact. They see what you're going through before you even explain it, and they're going to have a remedy or a solution for you before you even arrive. We defend a person like that at all costs. And again, this is the energy that you're landing in. Again, people want to see you up on that high horse. And again, Anakin, I have the high ground. You can see these people again. You see how again, if just like Obi-Wan, Anakin, I have the high ground. Any strike you make out of the eight that I taught you, you try to that Hiten Mitsurugi, Kiryu Sen will not work here. Again, I'm the master. Don't make me show you the unorthodox strike that I never showed you that can stop all of this, right? The Empress is on up high. She's on the horse already. Should this person come in again, it would be too easy for them to be struck down, and maybe even not by you. Like I said, people may pop up to protect you, or they may already be protecting you from this person, whoever they are. Yeah, yeah. Way in the background again, they have some fiery devil energy bubbling inside them, and I think it's like they're mad that they messed up. Like again, this is all energy falling in on itself. Like, yeah, you could be in that devil energy, but again, it's just you and the devil. Whoever this person is, you're not in the dungeon with them or whatever. However they feel, where how they feel their energy is being trapped up, tripped up, whatever, held back. The swords are on them. You're not there. So even if they feel this devil energy, again, it's just them and again some creature of the night in their own psyche, tormenting them. Again, perception wise, they might think you're experiencing this on some level, but I'm not seeing it. Again, your mind is laser focused on whatever's in front of you, beaming yourself through past these, again, whatever's holding you back right, or whatever you feel is holding you back in your aura field right now. Your mind is focused on that. Their mind is not even focused. Yeah. Okay, I'll give you one more and I'll get you guys up out of here. I show up. Boy, look at that. This is definitely how it ends. The devil magician in the reverse. What did I say? What did I just say? Like they might feel like that, but again, they're trapped in their own they're chained to their own manipulations or whatever they're caught up in this whole toxic portal of toxicity society, whatever terrible power plant workplace can't breathe the air because it's terrible in here. Watch your back because these people cut Achilles' heels like it's breakfast, like whatever. At any time of day, they're willing to backstab you. Watch yourself. None of these people are your friends, even though they're smiling. They give you gifts, whatever. It's like you try to get a promotion. I'm gonna take you down. I gotta take you down. You can't go up before me. Like again, they could be trapped in whatever that is. They're handcuffed to it, right? And they're just more. It's like their version of trying to get out of that is more. Like, yeah, that's what I was saying. They're going to say I'm not a liar, but in order to get out of this thing, all they're doing is lying and manipulating to these liars and manipulators. They don't see another way. They're not trying to be righteous in any way. They refuse to suffer an energetic, scorpionic type of death to get out of that, right? They're trying to maintain their deceptive character and escape this toxic portal and live righteously alongside you. It will never work. This will never work. This here, this the Empress married to the devil, never gonna work. Never gonna work. The knights will bust into the chamber and slew this person and unmask them and be like, Empress, you've been deceived. This is a devil. Again, we will defend her from anything like this. So no, I don't think that again, the success rate on whatever they're trying to do is very low. Very low. Hmm. It's just me and the devil walking side by side. Is that you, Revelations God? Revelation of God? Is that a song you're trying to sing to us? It's just me and the devil. No, I don't have to. It's all over the energy. You gotta make nothing. And I think about that sometimes when people be like, readings are fake. You know how hard it would be to make up a story like this every day consistently? You're mad. You're mad, youth. Nobody can do that. I mean, maybe you can do it for like three readings. Let's say that, the most intelligent of us. But no, maybe not. Because again, you have to know the entire tarot system frontwards, backwards, off by heart. And like again, you could wake me up in the middle of the night and show me a card and I could read it to you. Like you have to be on a very high level to just make this up. Or because if you threw a bunch of random tarot cards and tried to make it up, any reader that would see you would be like, "That's bullshit. That doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean that." And again, you would instantly be discovered as a fraud. It'd be seriously hard to make up tarot stories, maybe one or two, and in separate places. Like you did one on the first in front of a group of people, and you do one again on the 30th in front of another group of people. Maybe you could do it like that, but to consistently show up and use readings to help people and make it all up all the time, difficult, very difficult. Yeah, on all of you too. I pray God's blessing you. Yes, a thousandfold. Well, I try to keep it as real as possible. You guys already know me. I got no reason to lie to you. I already told you, hey, but I may not look like much, but I'm doing my best, and I definitely know I'm divinely gifted, divinely guided. I have no problem with again saying this in the public. People know this about me. It's a well-known fact about me. People in my real life, they know. A lot of people resent me for it. They won't say it, but again, it's the thing. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to keep it real as I can. Remember, even Natty one day will fall behind the veil forever and cease to exist. Like, why would I do all this and lie about it? Again, when I'm gone, this will still be here as an archive for anyone can find any reading that they think the title resonates with them, tap on it, and there could be messages for them. Why would I leave a trail of lies? It doesn't make any sense. Again, these are the useless things that these lower vibrationals carry on with. That I just don't understand. I'm not here to lie to anybody or it's pointless. That's not part of the religion of decency. How do we be decent to each other? If I spend my whole life building up some grandiose lie to deceive the people, how is that in alignment with decency? Like, no, I'm doing this for real. I'm here for real. Yeah, I love it here too. I love when you guys are. I love it too. I love it too. I get nervous sometimes before. I know I'm like 10 minutes before the live. Like I get like so the energy just like I get nervous. I'm like I wonder what's gonna happen and like I wonder what mood collective is in. Like I get very like charged up and like nervous like stage fright nervous. Mind you, I've been a performer for a long time. I was for a long time, but yeah, I get nervous coming in thinking I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen, but yeah, I'm doing my best to just keep it real with you guys. Like again, I have no reason to lie to you or make things up or again leave an entire archive of just bullshit. Like this is we're in here every day. Then you would see the videos and see me talking against that every day, and it wouldn't add up. Like I'm not here. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. It's again, I wouldn't lie to you. There's no point to that. And again, I can't stress enough. If you and anyone in here that is a reader knows that you cannot make consistently, accurately. You wouldn't be accurate, but you couldn't consistently make up tarot stories. It's just not a thing. Again, it's like someone who can't read reading you a book, and like maybe they could get over if you couldn't read. But once you picked up the book and looked at it, you'd be like, "What is this person talking about? This story got nothing to do with none of that." This is what I mean. Like you couldn't just make up a story all the time. It wouldn't gel. It wouldn't flow. It just wouldn't connect. Yes, gratitude. And then why would I be telling you exactly like pray in the morning and all these things like as a lie? I don't get it. This is what I mean. Like I hope so. I hope so. Like I said, I'm just trying my best. I know I don't look like much, but again, I'm the one divine has sent. So take it with as many grains of salt as you need to, and you know, do your best. But if I'm telling you this and it's resonating again, protect your energy. Again, do the things, do the things. If there's an extremely toxic person trying to come towards you to win you over, so that you can save them from toxic environment that they're in. Again, use your free will and discernment. Deal with it accordingly. Don't just let things like that come into your life. I don't see how that's a bad thing that I'm telling you. We're like, well, let this person torture you for 2 years and have their way with you, and then when they're done, rebuild your life. Like I would never tell you that. That's crazy. I don't care what they call it. Like I'm just not giving that kind of advice. I don't care. It's not right. And we see it. That's why we're here. Exactly. We got a bond that's unbreakable, unshakable, invincible, incredible. Like we can't be stopped. Yeah, I don't know. We on all of you guys too. Again, somebody told me that before. They're like they were thinking about me months before my page appeared, and then they were like, when they found my page, they were like, I knew for sure that this was the thing. And I was like, yeah, I was thinking to come there. People were thinking that they, I guess, wanted a reader of my style. And look at Divine. Look at God. Look at where we are now. This is what I'm trying to say. Like some things you don't have to question them. You just gotta go with it. It all works itself out in the end somehow. Exactly. Now I see through you guys that I'm definitely a part of the collective. Again, I have responsibility. We got to do this thing. We've got to put that positivity out on the earth. If we don't exist, there is no positive. There is zero light in this earth. It's just the people that are willing to be victimized and predators, whatever you want to call them. And then with us here, it makes that process much more difficult for the predators, right? Because we know they're just loud. They're not actually a threat. But it's just those other beings won't stand up to them. They're pacifists. That's just the way they are. I mean, but collective don't stand for that. We have true knowledge and wisdom, and again, we know how to fight, not necessarily using our fists. So it becomes a problem for those types of energies in the environment. I feel like that's why we're scattered across the earth the way we are. We're meant to be in those individual pockets that nobody knows about, again, saying and doing the things that we're meant to say and do. Because this is how, and again, it's all under divine control. It's not for me to understand exactly what your journey is, just that you're taking the journey also. You're using that same divine energy like me, manifesting things all around you the way that it should look in your life, but it's the same concept. Exactly. Facts. Doesn't have to be explained. And everyone reaches their own level. Yes, true. I sort of agree there too. If you're not standing up for what's right, I mean, they are, but it's not, sometimes it's not just as bad. Again, some people are just not for the conflict. They just want to like they don't mind contributing. It's like I was saying before. People don't mind like paying taxes, contributing to make the society run. But we don't want to be your tax slaves again with nowhere to live and no food to, or like again we can't sleep comfortable at night because we don't even know how we're gonna make the rent next month. Or again, groceries are too high, I can't even afford to feed my kids. Like we don't want to live like that and be your indebted slaves. Like can something give? And it's like no. Oh, you know what? Furthermore, we're passing a new law now. You can't do this, and it's like yeah, so I mean, the passive ones, they just want to live comfortably. They're not here to fight, or they're the ones that actually want to just have children, raise families, and like live the easier life if they can. But and then there's us who we start off wanting to do that, but once we've had enough of the bullshit, again, we crack. We go to divine, we get spiritually upgraded, and we come back and raise hell on these demons, and they don't like that. Again, once you get your divine degree, you come back to this high school environment, and again, the demons are like, no, stop telling people that there's a higher level of learning. We need them subjugated, and collective be like, nah, it ain't gonna be like that. And then this is where the conflict lies. Yes, toxic passive in the yes, where and they don't want to do anything. They again, they're okay if everyone is in indebted slave. They don't want to fight. They'll pay the high grocery prices and pay the high rent, and they won't protest or create any ways around it. Yeah, those types of passive, they are dangerous. Yes, they are dangerous. They're well-meaning, but they're dangerous because again, they lack historical context. If you follow this road, it doesn't get any better. It doesn't get any better. We got to take a stance on it before it gets out of hand. Is the idea? If you look up Nepal, Nepal just chased all their government officials and police out of the city, and took over the country or whatever. And then people thought it was going to be chaos. No, the people actually went back the next day and forced all the people who were looting during the initial event. They forced all those people to return all the things they stole from the businesses and everything. The people completely worked the situation out themselves. And they weren't ruthless about it. Some of the politicians were such cowards, they ran and left like their wives and stuff in the house. And then when the protesters came there, they thought that they would be under attack. No, they actually helped those people get out and like because there was one woman where she seemed to be overweight to the point. I guess she couldn't just run in with her husband. So he like left her behind. People came in and they took her out and helped her get to the hospital and get help. They did it in a totally diplomatic way. So again, it's not like it can't be done. So they chased every corrupt cop and politician like out of the town, and then they after they tore the town up, then they spent all the time like shoveling up all the. They cleaned up everything. They had their little mini revolution. They cleaned it up, and then they forced everyone who had been with them in the riots the day before to give back all the stuff they stole from the legitimate businesses and places like that. Because again, they're like, this is no way to run an economy. We still need to have like a society. But and I get it. We got a little bit excited and we did some things, but the things that don't belong to us, we got to give them back, and we can actually. This is the way. Like that's to me like phenomenal what they did. Yeah, it's phenomenal. You read about. I'm trying to tell you, they did all the right things, all the right things. Again, chased the politician out, rescued his wife, and made him look like a. I'm gonna curse right here. Made him look like a bitch for leaving her back. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the thing I really like about it is they didn't try to stop anyone from looting and tearing up the place during the riot. They even burnt down the Hilton Hotel. They smoked that place. It's done. Was it the Hilton? Yeah, one of the, they whatever major hotel that was, they smoked it. But and again, we're not during the whole. Let's just call it fiasco. They didn't try to stop anybody from looting or doing anything crazy. But the next day, again, when I see you in your house with that brand new filing cabinet with files in it, you're trying to turn it into like a dresser drawer for your kids. Like, no, 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 you got to bring that back to the business where you that you took it from, man. Like, if you need a dresser drawer, we'll build you one or something. We'll get you. We can take care of that. But all this stolen stuff, all these stolen goods, they got to go back because it's not like you're stealing from the people of Nepal. That's how they looked at it, and they recognize themselves as society and as one entity. Again, decency, man, decency. Like I said, we don't even have to kick it in during the fiasco. We can tear shit up, but when it's done, again, we got to put the shit we know we're not supposed to have. We got to put it back, right? We burnt these buildings down in these places and chased these people out for a reason. We weren't attacking the whole country. Again, it's a shining example of like what can happen when again the people, the collective consciousness of humanity, the divine being, and then look at that. Who would have thought? Divine, a whole Nepal, a whole country of divine beings, right? Earth angels, like willing to do the right things. They don't need supreme technology and all these things. They live how they live, right? Let's say in contrast to how we live, they don't need all those amenities. They have their country and it's the way they just want that. They just want what they have to run properly, right? They don't want to. They don't want another country's way of life, or it isn't about that. It's like there's corruption here. We just don't want corruption. We like the way Nepal is. We just rather it be like this without y'all. Like I love that. Totally in line with with the religion of decency, if you ask me. Totally in line. Yeah, some of them left. I saw some of them running through the rivers. They were getting chased. They were getting chased. And again, not like they weren't like using violence. It was like clearly, if you let us catch you, we'll beat that ass. But nobody want to get their ass beat by like 80 people chasing them. So yeah, just run, bitch, get out of dodge. Yeah, I didn't use violence, but I mean, I let you know you're doing something wrong over here. And if you come over here again, worst case scenario, we're gonna beat your ass. We're gonna beat your ass. I don't think they would have killed anyone because again, they gave all this stuff back and helped even some of the perceived enemies. They helped them. They're giving administering aid and things like this. Exactly, trying to be God and stuff, conferring with the people. It's too much of that, baby. Too much. I think 150, going on 200 years of that worldwide. Too much, bro. Too much. And it was the same thing, right? That's how it started in Nepal. There was two governments, and we were saying that because wherever this governing thing comes in, and whenever someone feels they have to control the people, corruption. Because there was two parties, and then they merged into a super party and said, "Oh, well, we're gonna have one." No, this is tyranny now. We're tearing you down. Like they didn't stand for it, and this is always what happens. It's like And then, yeah, we're doing it for the people, but like there's a lot of excess tax money in the treasury, and yeah, and then these guys get together and get to consorting when no one's around, and yeah, it's corruption. It's like if we merge together, we could have more control. It's like corruption, and look what happened to them. Meditation bowls. Ooh, I like. But yeah, if anything, if you haven't seen it, go ahead and just look up that Nepal thing. It's a very short. They got a lot of short news clips on it that'll fill you in again to the brim with what's going on. But yeah, I thought that was amazing. I thought that was amazing. Like they stood up to those people like, no, we're not standing for this. And the fact that the next day they brought everything back, I was like, wow. Because I get it. We can protest over here, but again, I can tell you in like usually when the Montreal Canadiens win, there's riots downtown, right? They ain't giving back none of that. Right? I'm gonna curse again. They ain't giving back none of that shit. None of it. None of it. Even if you track these people down and go to their house, they'll fight you. They're not giving up none of the Foot Locker shoes or the iPhones they stole. Nothing. So I love you guys too. I do. I really do. I love you guys too. You got a special place in my heart forever. And it's like again, you've opened my heart to again seeing the world in a completely different way that I didn't even know was possible. But yeah, in Montreal, if they steal anything, they're not giving shit back. Okay, it doesn't matter what the crowd says or whoever comes to my door the next day. Well, not me. I don't go out in riots and I don't steal. But yeah, as a Montrealer though, again with that mentality, no, you cannot take that. If I stole it, it's mine. Like in Nepal, they're like, no, it belongs to the business, and they have a way of making you reach a general consensus that yeah, it belongs to the business, and you give it back. I don't know. It's amazing. It's again hope for humanity. And who would have thought there's more divines over there than I don't know. I'm not seeing that. Well, I'm not seeing evidence in the world, but again, they're clearly being guided by the divine to end corruption. The woke politically correctness. Well, I wouldn't. I don't do politics. Again, I do historical context about what's going on. It's not politics. Nothing I say is anything. I'm just reading what they say, and again, if they didn't want it, if it's not real, why they say it? Now, I'm not politically correct at all. I've got a lot of different things that I feel, but I just don't feel like it's for me to put it onto the world to be like, oh, what do you guys think about that? How do you do this? Like, I'll say the things that, again, they're already in the lexicon. I'm always telling you if you look this up and if you read that, you'll see. Like, I don't necessarily have my own opinions. My opinions are based off of well, they said all this and this, so it's got to be that, right? Or there's also this miscellaneous evidence that they don't want to pay attention to. Like, I just want to know what's real. But I guess politically correct, maybe. But I'm not really choosing a side. Yes and no, but we already know Montreal's it's going under the water already. Every time it rains now, the major highway system, the major highway artery that one of the major highway arteries that runs through the city is completely can't even go down there. You'll be underwater, and in 10 years it'll only get worse. So we already know Montreal's gonna sink eventually one day, or again we'll all be forced to live downtown or something like that. But it's cool, whatever. And yeah, and on the fringes, every time we get those heavy rainstorms, like the fringes on the West Island where I used to live, where when you're right next to the river, yeah. 2 or 3 years ago, everybody had their houses damaged, and the homeowners insurance didn't give a f about nobody. Everybody had to suffer. A lot of my friends had to redo their basements on their own so that they wouldn't because they didn't want to report it on their insurance because they didn't want their premiums to go up. And again, by that time, the economy was already falling. Canada's in terrible shape. But yeah, it's only a matter of time before Montreal's completely underwater. I mean, like let's say I give like a century, 150 years, maybe even before that. Mm, no, don't quit your job. Get everything you can get out of it first, and never quit a job unless you got something else lined up. I don't know. Coming in, maybe I missed part of that, but yeah, I'll just say that. It's like that in the U.S. for sure. I guess I failed. No, 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 no. You didn't fail. I was just like, I don't know what you would call that word. No, you didn't fail. It was funny, but again, I'm not politically correct. I just again, if they write things and they'd be like, "This is the truth," like I just spit it to them with the holes in it, and then again, I'm one of those people that has to be silenced or ushered out the building, right? It's like you're not supposed to see through that. You're supposed to read the official document. No, King of Wands, I see your 20,000 words and I raise you 2,000. That actually makes sense. Again, based off whatever they're saying, I don't make things up. I read the paper and discern. Mm, ley lines are anyone. Well, they're all over. I mean, I know the ones towards me. Again, we're gonna. because we get those minor earthquakes too. But yeah, we know Montreal. It's turning all the way down. I still love the city, but it's not the same. Definitely not the same. Okay, guys, how long we been on for? Holy, who is that? 2 hours. Okay, all right. All right, now he's gonna go get some lunch, and I'm not gonna tell you guys it's bedtime, but I mean, go enjoy your Saturday. It's the weekend. Go do things. Um, yeah. Oh, the collective? Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, yeah, we are. We are. Yes, we're placed inside the grid to do those, like, make those vortexes spin. Yes, we are. Don't doubt that for a second. That's like something I've been learning about since even like the late '90s. Like I've always been being told that again, collective members tend to show up around the ley lines and those energetic vortexes all over the earth, even the small ones. They tend to, and like, even if you live in a city and let's say like the ley lines are on the west side, like you'll find yourself living in the west side, like something like that. There's something about where we're drawn to that. Yes. Well, yeah, you guys go enjoy your Saturday. That was just the last thing that I saw. That yeah, yeah. Excuse me. Thank you. Anyway, you guys know I love you, and we're definitely gonna do this again. So just take care of yourselves, love yourselves. Take all this back to again, whatever higher power you ascribe to. Don't forget to say your prayers also, and make sure it plugs in where it's supposed to plug in. If it doesn't, don't force it. And yes, I always enjoy our talks. Supremely enlightening. I'm learning so much from you guys, so much about myself, so much about life, my journey through YouTube, everything. You guys are reshaping my life in a way that I don't know. One day when I'm in a way better position in materially, I'm gonna have to like do a live to kind of show you guys or something. One day I'll just come on and just maybe tell my whole story or something. But not now. I'm not in the position to. But yeah, because I don't know. You guys changed a lot for me. Like you guys entered the story at a certain point, and again, things have never been the same. So yeah, love you all, and please take care. Please take care of yourselves and the people around you. Again, so I'm not saying join it, or again, you could take this in your heart, put it next to what you already believe. But again, my belief system is going to be centered around decency. Let's say that. I won't say religion. My belief system is going to come down to decency and trying to produce that for at least one generation across the entire earth. That's my thing, right? And we definitely believe in divine and in God, all these things. In again, the let's just say religion loosely of decency, because you can't have decency without righteousness. Let's just again let's not treat ourselves like we're still in kindergarten. So yeah, Natty loves you. Operate out the energy of decency, gratitude. Love yourselves. Love the people around you. Be grateful. Say your prayers. And I'll definitely see you guys again.